Merry Christmas, everyone! Today I'm showing you how to make a hot homemade Starbucks Sugar Cookie Latte right in your own kitchen. You'll use real sugar cookie flavor, frothy milk, and espresso without having to deal with a long line. I'll keep it fast and simple so you can learn it once and make it all season. Alright, let's get started. First up are the sugar cookies, and here you have a choice. We only need one cookie, so you can buy one from a bakery or grocery store. But since it's the holiday season for us, I recommend making your own batch of sugar cookies. As many of you know, we have young kids, so it was an excuse for us to have fun and make a batch together. It was a bit chaotic, but we had a blast, and we had plenty of cookies left over for them to enjoy later and for future lattes. I'll put the easy cookie recipe we used in the video description and in the comments. Okay, now we're ready for the next step. Now we're going to make some sugar cookie milk for our sugar cookie latte. And the first ingredient is milk. I was making a 16-ounce latte, which is the normal grande size option, so I used 1 1/4 cups of milk. But for a standard size 10 to 12 ounce mug, 1 cup of milk is plenty. Remember, you can use any type of milk. Even non-dairy options like oat and almond milk work great. When you have your milk ready, go ahead and add it to a small or medium saucepan. It's on the stovetop, but it's not being heated yet. And now it's time to add in a little bit of sweetness. So we'll need 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. This really helps balance out the espresso later on, and it adds that traditional sweetness to our sugar cookie latte. When you have your 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar ready, go ahead and add it to your saucepan. Next up, even more sweetness. And this time, it's 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. This is actually light brown sugar. It has a milder flavor versus dark brown sugar, which makes it perfect for this recipe. And it doesn't need to be super packed in there. 1 level tablespoon is fine. When you have your 1 tablespoon of light brown sugar ready, go ahead and add it to your saucepan. Alright, now that we've added in both types of sugar, it's a great time to give everything a quick stir. Stirring for 30 seconds will help mix the sugar more evenly. Now let's turn on the heat. Let's set the stovetop between low and medium heat. At this point, I give the mixture another quick stir. Our goal is to heat the mixture until the sugar is completely dissolved and the liquid is steaming but not boiling. While it continues to heat, let's add the last few ingredients. Next up is a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I absolutely love natural vanilla, which is why we offer this small batch vanilla extract on our Lone Goose Bakery website. It's made with real Madagascar vanilla beans, which sets the flavor on another level. No matter which extract you use, make sure it's quality vanilla. And when you have your 1/4 teaspoon ready, go ahead and add it to the saucepan. Alright, now we're ready for the next ingredient, which is another extract. This time, it's just 1/8 teaspoon of almond extract. It adds a bit of depth and warmth to the mixture, and it ensures that this milk tastes even more like a sugar cookie. But be careful because a little bit goes a long way. When you have your 1/8 teaspoon of almond extract ready, go ahead and add it to your saucepan. Alright, one last ingredient for this sugar cookie milk, and it's an easy one. It's just 1 dash of salt. When you have your salt ready, just sprinkle a little bit into your saucepan. It really is as easy as that. Alright, by now the mixture should be heating up nicely. But go ahead and stir to make sure that the sugar has dissolved and to have all of the other ingredients mixed evenly. Once it's all mixed evenly and steaming hot, you can turn off your stovetop because guess what? The sugar cookie milk is complete and it's time to move onward. And to move forward with this latte, let's create some bold caffeine. For this next step, I'm making a double shot of espresso. But if you like your latte on the sweeter side, you can stick to a single shot. If you don't have an espresso machine, no worries. Just brew 4 ounces of very strong coffee. I went ahead and sped this part up for the video, but I always think it looks so neat. Okay, it looks like the double shot of espresso is ready to go. When you have your espresso or coffee ready, go ahead and add it to your chosen mug. And for those of you keeping track at home, yes, I spilled a bit of the espresso again. I somehow always manage to make a bit of a mess. Alright, it's time to bring back an old friend. It's the sugar cookie milk from earlier. It should still be nice and hot in your saucepan. If not, just reheat a couple of minutes on low heat. Now, let's froth it to make it nice and creamy. You can use a whisk to froth it in the saucepan, or you can put it in a frothing pitcher and use a handheld frother or steam wand. I'll be using the steam wand attached to my espresso machine. While we're frothing the milk, it's a great time for our quick goose fact. Wild goose parents will sometimes adopt unrelated orphan goslings into their family. Occasionally, one pair will be suddenly responsible for many goslings from different nests. Wow, we already have our hands full with kids from my own nest. Don't forget to subscribe and join our growing Lone Goose Bakery flock so you won't miss out on future recipes. It truly does help us out a lot. And now back to the latte. Continue frothing for about 30 seconds. At this point, the milk should be steaming hot with a creamy texture. That means it's ready to be added to the espresso in your chosen mug. But be careful because the sugar cookie milk is very hot. I like to leave a little bit of room at the top for the future toppings. But technically, this is already a sugar cookie latte and it looks and smells amazing. But we're not finished yet. Go ahead and mix everything together. Now let's move on to the toppings. And first up, it's a classic, whipped cream. It's a great match for this sugar cookie latte. I like to buy it in these pressurized cans, but you can use any type of whipped cream. Go ahead and add it to the top of your latte. Next up, it's time for the star of the show. Go ahead and grab your sugar cookie. Then smash it into tiny pieces or crumbs. You'll only need one cookie. But you'll want to make sure that the pieces are small enough to sprinkle as a topping. You can see from this video roughly the size that they need to be. When you're ready, go ahead and add the sugar cookie crumbs to the top of the whipped cream. You can add as much as you like. Alright, it's looking great. Now we're down to one more optional topping. And that's sprinkles. We decided to use red and green sprinkles because Christmas is quickly approaching. I knew it would give our sugar cookie latte a holiday vibe. But it's great because you can use any type of sprinkles you want. When you have them ready, go ahead and add the sprinkles on top. And congratulations! Now our sugar cookie latte is ready to enjoy. While you're enjoying your latte, one of my kids, whose voice you heard earlier, has completed some custom artwork for your viewing pleasure. We wanted to stay on theme, so we're calling it a Christmas owl. And Nicholas the Christmas Owl wants to remind you to subscribe so you don't miss out on future recipes and their associated artwork. It really does mean a lot to both him and I. This sugar cookie latte has become a delicious option for a hot holiday drink that's fun to make. It's also great to serve to guests during Christmas festivities. It's become a part of our holiday season, and I hope it will for you as well. Now that you've created this sugar cookie latte, you need another warm option for those cold weather days. Check out my homemade pecan latte recipe, and I'll see you there.